Let's stop judging mums. Everyone has their own story. You don't know why she's not here in school. You don't know why she forgot that little thing. When we become a mother, there's some superpower that we get. And I don't know how, but we can juggle between things and we do so much more.
Well, hi everyone, welcome to midday.com's Mother's Day special. And joining us today is producer Deepshikha Deshmukh. Hi.
Hi, Natasha. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you. And so she's produced films like Ganpath and Bell Bottom as well, and many more. And also mother to two kids. So please tell us about that. Like how has it changed life raising two kids?
It's changed my life. It's changed my title forever. I'm now known as Vansh and Diviyanaa's mother.
Yeah.
And it's the proudest feeling ever because when I go to school and the events, it's like, oh, are you Vansh's mother? Are you Divyana's mother? This is what she did. This is what they did. And I think for a parent, I don't think there's a more proud moment than that. And I think for me, both of them have changed my entire universe, how it is with kids around. So it's the most beautiful feeling ever.
And initially, being a working mother, so was it difficult to balance both roles, giving equal time to your work and parenthood?
So, I actually became a producer after I had both my kids. So my journey started on post that, and I was always working since I was 16. But yeah, I think it's not as easy as it looks, and that's I'm saying on behalf of all the mothers. And I always say, when we become a mother, there's some superpower that we get. And I don't know how, but we can juggle between things and we do so much more so that we can go back to them quicker. They help us delegate, they help us organize, whether it's their schedules, whether it's our schedule. So I think, mums all around the world are super mums. I don't know what, but I'm sure the power comes from being a mother. So yeah, it's not easy, but if you compartmentalize and make your schedules as tight and precise, then you have enough time for everything else.
Okay. And are there any set rules that you follow, like limited screen time, for example, or certain study hours? So anything that you follow?
For me, screen time was a big no-no before the pandemic. I was one of those mothers ki matlab iPad to main dene hi nahi wali, whether it was during food, whether it was at home. I was so strict. And then when the pandemic hit us, I just did a complete U-turn and I realized, school, classroom, sab kuch online hai. How can you beat this? Even agar aapko koi extra classes karne hai, kuch bachon ko kuch extra kuch sikhana hai, matlab everything was online. So, that's the time I realized that I have to figure out a way that I can balance this and I can, put some sort of a limitation in some way because, kya ho raha tha ki study bhi online thi. Unfortunately, entertainment bhi online tha us time pe. So it was a little bit of everything. So, now I've come to terms with it. And now that we're back to real school and, for kids to go back, I've set limits, but I do allow them screen time now.
Okay.
I think it's important because, I realize that with technology, with time, you have to move ahead, but I make sure that they get enough time in the sun. I make sure that they go out and experience garden, greenery, nature, because that's also very important for me, for my kids to connect with nature. So I think we try to do that balance. So far, so good.
Yeah, and since your mom too, a boy and a girl, so what are the challenges you find, with your girl and with your boy?
I think the challenges are that my son is highly emotional. And my daughter is supremely confident. And she, even when she started school, the first day I looked at her like, up she's going to look back because she's younger. Because my son didn't leave me for the first few weeks when I went to leave him to school, he used to cry. And I was expecting a very similar experience when it happened with her. But she just bindas walked in and, she's such a chiller. She, mixes around really well. I think that comes from the papa because, he's given her all the confidence. So we all live together in a joint family and there are 5 kids who are boys and she's the only girl. So I guess that pampering has really helped her. But yeah, there are challenges like, for me, because she's growing up with so many boys around, she's a spotty girl, but she still loves her plaits, and like if anyone sees her, she's very delicate and dainty. So yeah, it's different. Every day is a new challenge, with a girl and a boy. Kabhi kisi ko kuch lagta hai, someone's like, this is not sharing. Right now, it's in a Tom and Jerry phase. So I'm trying to figure out roz ladaiyan ho rahi hai. So it's different when it's. I mean, they distinctively have very different personalities. But so far, I haven't found that, okay, because he's a boy, he's doing this, or because she's a girl, it's happening like that. I think that phase is just about to hit me. After they turn 7 and 8 is when it'll hit me.
Yeah, and have they been to your sets, and how did you explain to them what your job is? And
so they have been coming to me on the sets since they were a year and a half too, because every time I went on sets, they used to always be there. They didn't know what I did. It's surprising. So, until I think after the pandemic, when everyone was asked, what do your parents do? They always said, okay, mama goes to work or mama does this. And they said, mama, someone told me that you make movies. I said, yes. So she said, mama, do you make Spider-Man kind of movies? I said, beta, usme thoda time lagega. Right now, I'm not entertaining films. But, so they realized for the first time that mama makes movies. Yeah. And I think after that, this will be probably, I'm shooting a film in June, July. And this is going to be the first time where they'll actively know that mama is making a movie.
Okay. Yeah.
They're just coming to understand all of that. So till then, it just felt like office for them. This feels like work. We're going, we're having fun, we're coming back. They thought sub offices aise hi hote hain. Because even the father, he's always on ground, he's meeting people, he's going out there. So with Dheeraj also, they see him just mingle with large crowds and all, and even at shoots they've seen that. So they don't know yet ki structured office is the real office. They've not seen that.
And also, because both the families, both your families are, famous. So then how do you keep the kids kind of away from the limelight and, just explain to them that this is what life is?
We've just brought them up like normal, simple kids. They're home, they have the same. We've never really treated them differently or in another way of any way possible. So I don't think, because even as both the families, right, whether it's Dheeraj's side of the family or my side of the family, we're very simple, and we've all come up from the ground, so we've been brought up like that very simply. So at home also it's a very simple ambience. वैसे कभी उनको कुछ लगा ही नहीं या पता ही नहीं चला कि there's something different. And my kids have traveled in the train, they've traveled in the auto, they've traveled by flights, I've exposed them to everything. Whatever as a parent I can do. Like whenever we go to Latur, we always go by train. And it's because I prefer it to a car or taking a flight to Aurangabad or Hyderabad. So, the train is a great experience. And they are very comfortable with everything. So I think we're very normal in our living. We live like any other normal people. It's the same for them. School, wake up, food. But I'm very strict. I like them to be very respectful. I like them to be very grounded. For me as a mother, that's very important. I don't like this new pop culture and all at home. For me, it's really important that kids are slightly more towards, because I love Indian upbringing. I think hum log ke mein jo tehzeeb hai, jo liaaqat hai, the way our parents have taught us, I would like to pass that on to my children.
And how do you find your me time, and what do you like doing, when you are like taking a break from all your duties and just being yourself?
You won't believe, for the first 4 years of my life when I was a mother, the only me time I got was having a chai hidden in my bathroom.
Okay.
I used to put a chair there and I used to say lock karke, usme se bhi niche se fingers aa jate the, mama. So, now because they've started going to school, for me time would be probably, so, I think when there's, during the pandemic, me time would have been, painting or drawing or sitting and reading a book. But otherwise, if I'm working full time, my me time is actually spending time with my children. Because, I want to go back to them. I want to play with them. I want to spend as much time as I can with them.
And any advice you would give, that you learned from your own experiences to new mothers or mothers to be?
I'm going to say I meet so many moms nowadays who are full of dreams and ambition and they want to do so much. I want to say that, guys, go out there, achieve your dreams. It's never too late. Go follow your dreams. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do this, because, I became a film producer at the age of 30. And after having 2 children and I started pursuing my career properly after that. So it's never too late, and go get your dreams. Don't let anything stop you, because you'll let the years go by in guilt and everything else, and you'll realize, I wish I started this sooner. I mean, no age is late to start, but I would say just follow your dreams, and I think every mother is right. That is another thing that I've learned. I have stopped. I mean, I never judged them in the first place, but I always tell people, let's stop judging moms. Everyone has their own story. You don't know why she's not here in school. You don't know why she forgot that little thing. It's okay. Every mother wants the best for their child, but everyone has different circumstances, different things, different workplaces to go back to.
Yeah.
So I always say that, whatever you're doing your best. And that's what's important. And the child knows it. Every child knows the love the mother has for them. So I keep telling them, because I myself go through guilt trips sometimes. And then I meet friends, and it's so like nice, when you have uplifting women around in your life, whether in your family or outside, where, people tell you it's okay, it happens. It's happened to us as well. And then you feel a little better about, like, I missed my son's concert date. I mean, I didn't miss the concert, but all the prep was happening. I completely missed that loop on email, and I felt terrible, and I was on work that whole 7 days. And then I realized, I spoke to a friend of mine, and she was like, you know what, it's okay. The concert is after 7 days. You will attend it.
Yeah.
It's just that you missed that one practice date, and to inform him. So, I think you should cut yourself a little slack. And I think that felt really nice to hear. And, then you went all out when it was for the concert. I was like a mad cheerleader, and everyone's like, which one's her child? Because I was going crazy, I was like, he's on stage singing and dancing. But that's how it is. So I think for all moms, the advice is, guys, just be yourself, be true to your relationships, be honest at home. If you need help, please ask for it, and please follow your dreams. That's the most important thing that I'd like to say.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.